Well, one more game to come for you this afternoon here at the Ladbrokes Players Championship Finals. And it sees one of the form men on the planet, Dave Chisnall, quarter-finalist at the Grand Slam, semi-finalist at the World Series of Darts Finals, quarter-final at the European Championship, the final of the World Grand Prix. He has won 3 titles this year, a couple very early on in the Players Championship Series. And it means he comes here as the number 7 seed. He takes on prime-time Matty Edgar. We've got 2 men who have made questionable sartorial decisions in the past. Edgar, a man who quite regularly at one stage donned the spandex of amateur wrestling. And Chizzy, the only thing he's more noted for than his vest wearing is his incredible 180 hitting. Who better to commentate on this clash of styles than the sartorial experts that is Paul Nicholson, the asset.
We may harp on about Dave and his love for vests and 180 hitting. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for that. But I've got to say, this new shirt at Chizzy's, I am a big fan of it. It is very cool.
Well, look, Chizzy was... Oh, hello. I mean, it probably doesn't matter with Chiz. When it comes to hitting 60s, he can do it from anywhere, even with a break in his throw. There, see? Oh, Chiz. Dave Chisnall is currently averaging 180. That is going to plummet shortly. Let's hope it plummets to 167 because the 9-darter is on.
Well, it's not going to be 167, the average. Listen to the boos of the crowd. They expected, and I expected too, because Dave Chisnall right now is hot, hot, hot on the dartboard and playing superbly.
Well, single 19 leaves tops for an 11-darter. And Matty Edgar's not even halfway down from 501. Edgar, who is very, very active on social media, has been bigging up this contest, saying he's been preparing for it. He's been like Rocky, he's been running up and down hills. But Chizzy has come out here in the opening leg, and the darts have basically replied, if he dies, he dies.
85.
Very well said, Dan. But you're absolutely right. Dave has got social media accounts, but he's not avid at all. He gets up there and he does what he loves on the dartboard. This is what he was born to do. He is one of the best players that's ever lived, in my opinion. He's one of the most natural players that's ever thrown a dart. And this equipment switch in the middle of the year, a lot of people questioned it. Even Dave, I think, at the start was thinking, is this the right thing to do? But boy, oh boy, since he started with these new darts, he has been wildly consistent.
I think he's at a good patch of form, hasn't he? I mean, he was playing fabulously when he won 2 titles in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the Players' Championship Series with the old darts. Dave Chisnall can throw anything. He's that good. But what's the big thing about Chizzy at the minute? I think he's happy. Everything in his life is good. Things are going well. He's enjoying playing darts. He's enjoying going around the world and competing. And he's playing fabulously. And Bullseye makes it 2-0. But he misses.
He's not snatching as many darts as well. Edgar needs a 60. Dave comes back for 25.
60.
Only one route. 280 was perilously close to that treble. And he gives a chance to Matt.
And he has beaten Chizzy once. It was earlier this year. And it was in a last leg decider in Wigan back in February when Chizzy was playing some very good darts. He's going to have to continue to take those sorts of chances, you feel. Matt Edgar is probably going to be outscored by Chizzy in this game.
Probably. Not being disrespectful to Matt whatsoever, but
Chizzy looks like he can outscore anybody on the planet when he's got his head on. This is the man who has the record Euro Tour average.
yeah, 118.66, is that right?
Yeah.
But Dave Chisnall's so good at darts that he could outscore a hedgehog.
34.
This is true. The darting savant that is Dave Chisnall. A God-given talent. And a man who, look, has made a number of major finals, but has not managed to get over the line in any of them. Unfortunately for Dave, he's been running into the best players that have ever lived in those finals. However, there is an argument that says he looks more likely now than ever to go and win a big one, even if he does come up against a Michael van Gerwen or a Gary Anderson.
He's on a bit of a sticky wicket in this leg, because the thing about Edgar, he is tenacious. He will keep hitting you with what he's got, and he's not going to stop believing in himself. And if you do follow him on Twitter or any other social media channel, he does have confidence in himself.
He talks a very good game, but two misses there are a massive missed opportunity. These can be tricky though. That's got less tricky.
70. He requires 60.
Dave doesn't actually like double 10, but he still hits it most of the time. One dart left, and he cannot afford to squander this chance, and he hasn't. If he's going to beat Dave Chisnall, they're the chances he cannot squander.
That is a break of throw, and they are rare things indeed. Certainly lately in PDC darts against Dave Chisnall.
Not only will Matthew Edgar talk a fabulous game on social media before it even begins, but he will have small things happen in this game where he will try and slow Dave down, and there was an opportunity there to slow him up before that leg started, and he took a few extra seconds just to let Dave think.
And look, everybody loves Chiz. In the world of darts, I cannot remember anybody losing their rag with Dave Chisnall, falling out in a game, anything like that. He doesn't get annoyed himself. He gets annoyed with himself sometimes, but nobody's ever annoyed him playing fast, playing slow, anything like that. There's never been any incidents that I can recall with Dave Chisnall involved. He is just adored. He's adored by fans as well.
He should be, and you're absolutely right. From my perspective as a player, in the practice room, in the arenas, there is nobody that has a problem with Dave. It'd be a good TV program, that, by the way. Everybody loves Chiz.
Wow. That is a very wild dart, that first one from Matty Edgar. It's a rarity seeing him perform in big TV tournaments. He's not been involved in loads. There will be a lot of adrenaline. And he is a guy who he says he likes that. He likes the adrenaline. He's an adrenaline junkie. There's lots of, daredevil sports, wrestling, for crying out loud.
Yeah, he's been on the same wrestling bill as CM Punk earlier in his career.
Really?
And he's missed the big number.
No. He's gone full Ryan Searle there, just to check. And he's perfectly entitled to take his time here. He knows what he wants, but he doesn't want to follow one mistake with another.
Edgar cleans up with a single 17. It's that segment that Dave needs himself to leave tops. Bit of thought going into this one. Tens again. This time he's successful.
And a break ain't a break unless you hold in the next leg. And Matt Edgar misses the opportunity by missing the big number. The winner of this will face Mervyn King, who we saw earlier on beat Justin Pipe in an absolute thriller with an average of almost 101.
Well, based on the now two-time Grand Slam champion. Do we now still start to call Mervyn Mervyn?
You can call him what you like.
I'll call him Sir. I do find it rather amusing that all of the family in the Chisnall family call each other Chizzy.
Yes, 4 brothers. One supports Liverpool, one supports Man United, one supports Everton, one supports Man City. They all call each other Chiz, even when they are in each other's company. How that happens, how that social interaction works, I do not know.
It's brilliant. I practiced with Dave in a pub in St Helens once, and his brother came along and they were calling each other Chizzy. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, go to Morecambe, where he now resides, and I mean, anthropologists would have millions of words worth of essays on the Chisnalls.
55.
Just the 55 for Matt Edgar. Now, this is an opportunity. But the thing is, if there's anybody in the world who can bang in 2 treble 20s to give a dart at the ball, it's this man, particularly after that one. Oh, my word. I'm astonished. I'm actually surprised he didn't get a go at it.
I agree, after that first dart, it was prime. But it wasn't time to hit the 170.
20 for tops. Downside of this route is that you block the path to the double 20. But you don't block it there. Superb stuff from Chizzy.
Just look at the range of the hitting near that 60 bed between these two players, and the range is a lot tighter for Dave Chisnall. If Matt is missing, he's missing by quite some weight.
Yeah, if you were to do a heat map of darts at the treble 20, well, Chizzy's, it'd look like a goalkeeper after 90 minutes. It's all in one little spot. Matty Edgar, it'd look like 90 minutes of N'Golo Kante tearing around every bit of the pitch. It's all over the place.
But he's only 3-2 down, still in with a chance in this game. Like I said earlier, he's scrappy, doesn't give up. He's shown that in European Tour games over the last couple of years. He's caused some upsets.
Yeah, Edgar, I mean, he did have a quarter-final run close to the start of the year in Wigan, and that was, in fact, the day that he beat Dave Chisnall, the one time that he has beaten Chizzy. He beat him in a board final, then won his next game to make it through to the in a board final, sorry, yeah. Won his next game to make it through to the quarterfinals. That's his best run of the year. There have been lots of board final or third round exits. But that just accumulates money. It's a grand here, a grand there, another 500 quid. You keep on doing it over the course of the year. You can get here and give yourself a chance of winning big, big money and shooting up those rankings.
A lot of people these days like treble 12 on this shot, but Dave is no trendsetter. He's traditional. Double 2. And there's a relaxation about the way that Dave is throwing today. He doesn't look stressed at all, even though it's not going his way entirely. He's pacing himself brilliantly and doing the right things when he needs to.
And I think that's one of the things if you've seen Dave Chisnall's interviews, yes, he lost another major final at the World Grand Prix. Yes, he's gone out in quarters and semis of big TV tournaments when it looked like he might be the guy to beat. But when he's spoken afterwards, he's been quite almost blasé. He looks, I know I'm playing good darts, and I can keep playing like this. And if I do, I'll get there. He's quite confident that the way he is playing, the standards that he is setting on a regular basis, that if he keeps on doing it, then he will get the rewards. It is not, say for example, Glenn Durrant, who's had an incredible first year in the PDC, he was talking at the match play, look, these opportunities do not come along very often. You have to seize them. You have to go on and win these titles when you go and make semi-finals of a major tournament. Ironically, he does has since made 2 more major semi-finals. And does, of course, a winner already today. He's through to the second round on his debut at the Players' Championship Finals here this weekend.
Dave's got to be careful in this game. It could easily slip away if he's not focused, and he's got to stay on point. You can see the disappointment in his face with that ton after the first dart.
60.
But he should be on a 2-darter after this, the way he scores. And he should be from here. He will be.
Well, he started this match off with back-to-back 180s in his first 2 visits. We have had to wait another 6 legs for Chiz to produce another maximum, which is an oddity in itself. But he is still winning this game, and he is 1 leg away from setting up a clash with Mervyn King.
Sometimes when Chizzy's throwing, he just makes it look so easy. There's no effort in the throw. Sometimes there is too much. There's a little bit of a jerk with the shoulder. And over the course of the last 3 or 4 months, there has been 2 versions of Dave Chisnall. One where he sets the dart, then throws it, like that. But then other times where he just doesn't set the dart and just goes straight through. He's been wrestling with that rhythm his whole career. But I think Dave is such a natural talent that telling him to do it one way or the other is the wrong thing to do.
And he said the same about when it comes to big crucial doubles. Sometimes he steps back and gives himself a moment. Other times he just gets on with it. He's never really sure. But with Dave Chisnall playing as he has been doing for the last few months, in fact for the vast majority of this year, I think he feels he can just get up there and play darts. He loves darts. That's what he does. He's a big yellow darting machine. This is what Dave Chisnall was born to do. And back-to-back 180s again.
Standard from Chizzy. But I want that Chizzy t-shirt that says, I love darts on the front, and it just has me on the back.
Well, the Ladbrokes Players Championship Finals is about to have me, i.e. Dave Chisnall, in round 2. Because Matt Edgar has been pummeled to the canvas for the vast majority of this game. A couple of wayward match darts from Chizzy, but he will return.
It's basically Matt Edgar's kicked out on a count of 2 right there, but he's been pinned again. 5-5 to put him away, and he has.
And that is that. Dave Chisnall, a mid-90s average. That is not even his B game, and yet it was just far too much for Matt Edgar this afternoon. It brings an end to the session here at the Players' Championship Finals on stage 2. We will return this evening, and we've got some big names on the way. Former finalist Johnny Clayton, the Ferret, kicks things off against Ryan Meikle. The rock star Joe Cullen goes up against Kyle Anderson. Gabriel Clemens, so impressive at the Grand Slam against Mark McGeaney on his debut here. Adrian Lewis versus Josh Payne, to name but a few. We might even squeeze the world number 2, Rob Cross, in there as well. We'll see you starting at 7 here on PDC TV, and we'll chuck in a game on Facebook too. But Dave Chisnall safely through from the first round here in Minehead.